We are about to do an oil change, a gear oil change on our little 3.3 horsepower Mercury 2-stroke. To do the oil change, there are 2 screws that we're going to remove. The top one kind of acts as a bit of a vacuum and holds the oil in. So I'll remove the bottom one first. Then as we loosen the top one, the oil should flow out and then we can refill it. Let's see if this little screwdriver is going to be enough. Let's move that off to the side. Bit of oil's coming out already. Yeah, there it starts really running now that that vacuum's been broken. Now there are little like washers with these, so it's important to try and keep the washers actually stuck on there. So I'm just going to leave him there for now, but it's important to keep them together. Having a sugar scoop for this kind of work and this little mount is really nice because we've got a little bit of a work area that's kind of outside the boat, but will catch things if they fall, hopefully. It's hard to see on camera, but there are some tiny little shiny bits on my finger, and that's kind of the little like metal filing, so that's why it's important to do regularly. We're using 80 90 SAE gear oil. This is what's recommended by Mercury to go in these little 2-strokes. Basically what you want to try and do is we're going to be jamming this into the lower hole where we've taken the screw out, and then filling it until it starts coming out of the upper hole. Then we can put the screw in the upper hole, which will help hold the vacuum while we quickly get the screw in the lower hole. You do it from the bottom up because it better ensures that you actually fill it all the way properly and don't have air gaps and things like that. It takes about 140 milliliters, I think. Okay. It's easier said than done. It's hard to maintain the squeeze while getting this in. So that top screw is back in. That ended up being a 2-person job because it was hard to squeeze it with oily hands while also getting the screw in. So now, in theory, when we remove this from the bottom, the oil, it shouldn't run out very quickly because this will be holding vacuum, but we still probably want to be relatively quick because we don't want to lose too much oil. So we're going to take it out, hopefully take it out, get that in quick. Block the hole, and then get the screwdriver. This job, of course, becomes more and more difficult the oilier your hands get. Now we clean up a little bit, give her a good wipe down, and that's it. That's the oil change done. We're also going to just do a couple of really little things. There's a few other basic maintenance things we can check, like the spark plug, and check, like, grease some of these screws just so that they don't seize on us or anything over time. One of the things to check is how the anode's looking. So there's a little anode under here. It's going to be a little awkward to see. I think you can probably see it there. And you can see ours is starting to get already a little bit of corrosion, but that's still okay. But that's something that may need to be replaced eventually, especially because we use it only in salt water. So I'm just going to put a little grease on these guys. They have to get turned all the time. Alright, let's put a little bit of grease on that. I'm just going to give it a spin. Keep it lubricated. These spark plug access doors are notoriously hard to open. We've double checked, you just pull it because it feels like it's going to break, but jeez. Oh, okay, all right, doesn't break. Oh, that looks nice and clean. We just basically wanted to check the spark plug looked nice and clean and that everything was fine in there. It doesn't, we're not at a point that needs replacing or anything, so we just wanted to give it a check. Cool. All right, so that's the very basic maintenance done.